Good morning, children. Well, we are back again. Yesterday we didn't have because we had this parent-teacher meeting, or rather the parents were called for a meeting. But, some of your parents didn't come. I wanted to meet them also, but they didn't come. I don't know why they didn't come. It's quite important because we're not having classes. So there were many things that sir also explained, ma'am explained, and even I was talking to them. But then, again, I said that your parents didn't come. But please, and again, I know class 5 children, but then I think you should send me on my WhatsApp your name, your phone number, and also your work. Here we are coming to school nearly every day, making an effort so that you all don't go off your studies. But you are not making an effort, to tell the truth. There are only one or two, I think. Please, children, don't take it. I think you never know when school will reopen. As it is, class 9, 10, 11, 12 open. You never know suddenly. So anyway, whatever it is, please be serious about your studies. And at least send me whatever you have done. Well, we are doing this chapter, Why I Don't Wear Earrings. I've already explained to you long time, about 2 classes back, about earrings and why Malala, who has written a book on herself. It's one of the chapters in the book, and then it's named Why I Don't Wear Earrings. Now, it's you'll be surprised what a thing to write about why I don't wear earrings. There are some people who wear earrings, there are some who don't wear. But anyway, let's open to page 12. I've already given you the PDF, and I hope you have got your books by now, readers. It's very important. Now over here, to say in the beginning, she was very jealous of this friend called Safina. And then come to the second last paragraph in the book. I realize how she could have been telling the truth. But back then I thought, she's doing this to me and I will do the same to her. Have you understood? So I used to go to a house to study. Imagine, Malala used to go to a house to study. So whenever I was there, I would pocket her things. Can you believe it? That she would just go and pick up something like this. Suppose this lying, she would just keep it in her pocket, which is of course not right at all. And then she would pocket like earrings, necklace. It was easy. For her, it was very easy. At first, stealing gave me a thrill. I was so thrilled, like, wow, I'm being able to take this without Safina knowing it. But that did not last long. Soon it became a compulsion. Like you say in Nepali or Hindi, Jabardasti, I have to take it, sort of a thing. I did not know how to stop. It became a habit. That's why we say be careful of your habits. Habit is something that once you do it and you keep doing it. It is good to have good habits, but bad habits, I'm sorry to say, one should not have. Sometimes even in the class, like I told you before, we tend to pick up somebody's rubber, if you see a nice rubber, razor, or somebody's ruler. You should not do that. The teacher might not know, your friend might not know, but you never know. One day you'll get caught and it'll be a serious problem. One afternoon, I came home from school and rushed into the kitchen as usual for a snack. Hello, Barbie. So one afternoon she finished her classes and she came and she went running into the kitchen. And Bhabhi, you know what Bhabhi? Bhabhi means brother's wife. If you have a brother, her wife, you say Bhabhi, you say Bhauju, sister-in-law. I'm starving. Now what does starving mean? Starving means I'm very, very hungry. There was silence. Imagine usually, when you come home and you say, I'm hungry, mom, or if you say, I'm hungry to your sister, they'll immediately say, oh, you're hungry, what do I give you to eat? What do you want to eat? But then what? Silence. Nobody was silence was quiet. As soon as she said that, there was silence, very quiet. So My mother was sitting on the floor pounding spices. You know, those days, of course, like even now, what those days, even now, when nowadays we have the mixie to make the spices, but still people still use that stone, they grind the spices. And so that time she was sitting on the floor and using that brightly colored turmeric and cumin. What is brightly colored turmeric is haldi, and of course haldi, when it's good haldi, it has a very bright yellow color. And cumin is again what? Jeera, which you use at home. So she was grinding turmeric and cumin, filling the air with the aroma. So the whole air was it was beautiful. It gives a different type of a smell. Over and over she pounded. Pounded means, go like this and like this, keep on, pounded. And her eyes would not meet mine. Like usually if you come home and you tell your mother, I'm hungry. But your mother will get up from the thing and say, oh, you're hungry? What should I give you to eat? But this mother of hers, she kept on grinding the spices and she did not bother to look up to see. Any mother would just get up from the chair and say, oh, what do you want to eat and all? But she didn't. She didn't even look at her. What had I done? She was quite surprised. What have I done? I was very sad and went to my room. Imagine, quite obvious, you come running home, you're hungry, your mother's not bothered, your bhabhi's not bothered. And then, so after that, she was very, she felt very funny and she went to her room because she realized what had happened. There's something must have happened. So, like sometimes when your mother's angry with you, she'll, not talk to you, she'll ignore you. Or maybe she'll even say it to you and slap you nicely or beat you up and all. When I opened the cupboard, then she went to her room, put her bag down, she opened the cupboard. I saw all the things I had taken were gone. I had been caught. Can you believe it? What she used to do is she used to go to a friend's house and there she used to steal. Like before she used to steal, which is not at all good. You should never take something without permission from anybody. And what she used to do is, I think she used to come home quietly, had a cupboard over there, and in the cupboard she would put these things. And look at the shock, she opened the cupboard and all the things that she had stolen, they were not there. So what can you guess with this? That somebody had come and taken the things from her cupboard. Have you understood? So it was such a shock for her. She didn't know what to do. My cousin Reena came into my room. Now, they had those days, all families used to stay together, the brothers, the sisters, and even your brother who was married, all that. It was a joint family. Now, a joint family is where everybody stays. Your grandfather, your grandmother, everybody. And now, many of us do not stay in joint families. We have nuclear families. Nuclear family means the husband, the wife, and just their children. Have you understood? You must remember that. Joint family is where your grandfather, grandmother, your uncle, your chacha, your mama, not your mama, but somebody like that stays with you all. So, cousin Reena came into my room. They knew you were stealing. Can you believe it? She told her, they knew you were stealing. Now, children in the class also, sometimes when you take somebody's eraser, pencil or something nice from your, like suppose somebody gets up in the class and says, ma'am, he was stealing, this is what he stole. How will that person feel when you are caught? How will he will not forget stealing? What about cheating in the exam? Many of us, have been caught cheating in the exam with the small chits and all. It's shameful. Shameful to cheat, shameful to take something or like stealing. And then she said, they are waiting for you to come clean, but you just kept on. Have you understood? They knew about it. Not today, but as soon as she had started stealing. And over there, I mean, she's telling, her cousin is telling Malala that they knew about it. They knew, but they wanted you to come clean. Now, clean means not safa or something like that. Come clean means to open up and tell the truth. You have to tell the truth. And children, one thing, always remember, if you have made a mistake, it is not a problem. Any mistake that you make is not you do. Everybody makes mistakes. But you must have the guts. Be bold enough to say, yes, I did this, I'm sorry. That is very, very important. Like suppose we are caught cheating in the exam. Now when you are caught cheating in the exam, you know, some people like they are caught, they are hauled up, but they are not bothered. They'll do the same thing again and again. But suppose somebody, and then you know what happens when you keep doing it, the trust is not there. Your mother doesn't trust you, your teachers don't trust you, so it's not there. But then what happens is that if you make a mistake, we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes. You think I've not made? Everybody makes mistakes when they're growing up. Even now we are capable of making mistakes. So what we should do is just say sorry and, you know, not do it again. Have you understood? You should not do it again, because making mistakes again and again, you know, makes you, that's how these thieves, these robbers, they're kept in the prison, because when they were small they made mistakes, but they did not bother to redeem or become good. So always remember, children, that when you make a mistake, at the moment you're at home, don't tell lies, don't do anything that is wrong. This is the time. You have a lot of time, you know, to do whatever is right or wrong. They are waiting for you to come out clean, but you kept on. She said, they wanted you to come and say, okay, I made a mistake, I'm sorry, but you just kept on and on. You stole one, you went back, stole another, hid it in the cupboard, but your family knew about it. It's not that they did not know about it, they knew about it. I felt a terrible sinking feeling in my stomach. I walked back to my mother with my head bowed. Now, you know, when you're caught, children, it's a terrible feeling. And especially like I've caught, the teachers have caught some kids cheating in the class. Can you imagine? Everybody's there, 30, 40 of you, and then you're suddenly told, hey, get up, you've been cheating. How do you feel? Do you get up and say, yeah, I cheated or something like that? No. You get that funny feeling in your stomach. When anything happens, I don't know whether you, of course, must have, but we all get that feeling in our stomach, that horrible feeling, oh God, now what to do and all. And at times you feel that the earth would, you know, open up and you would go right through like that type of feeling, because it's a terrible feeling. So, and she walked back to my, I felt a terrible sinking feeling in my stomach. I walked back to my mother with my head bowed. When you make a mistake, you don't stand like this and look at each other, do you? Not at all. When you do something wrong, when you are scolded, you put your head down. Now, children, I hope you have got the gist of this thing. The moral what this is teaching us is, please don't tell lies, don't cheat, don't steal. Because when we are small, when we are young, in the school, and we don't realize what is wrong and what is right. But you should learn from this. It's a very simple lesson, very nice lesson. If you read it, it's a story. But sad to say, most of you are not reading. Now what to do about that also? You can take the horse to the water. You've heard of that saying, but you can't make it drink. You can't say, drink, drink. No. If the horse wants to drink, it'll drink the water. Same way, we have told you, it teaches us a good lesson. Please, children, please read the chapter. Please, I don't know what to do, but none of you. And please find out the meaning still. I felt a terrible sinking feeling in my stomach. I walked back to my mother with my head bowed. Do till there. Next week we'll continue, and there are some words in the word bank. Have you understood that yet? But please, there are words like come clean, bowed, what else is there? Pounding. Pounding is not there. So, please children, please do your work. Send me your numbers on my WhatsApp number, and take care. Good morning and have a wonderful weekend. Thank you, children.